You know what's crazy? A few years ago, hiring someone from another country felt almost impossible for small businesses. But now, even small startups and creators are building teams worldwide. And recently, I spent some time checking out Deel because I kept hearing people talk about it in the remote workspace. So, in this video, I'll share my honest thoughts about Deel, what I liked, what confused me at first, and whether I think it's actually useful for businesses in 2026. We'll talk about EOR, payroll contractor management pricing pros and cons, and who should actually use Deel. So let's get into it. So let's talk about the feature everyone mentions, EOR, employer of record. At first I thought this was just another fancy business term, but after understanding it properly, it actually makes a lot of sense. Let's say you want to hire someone full time from another country. Normally, you'd need to understand labor laws, set up payroll, manage taxes, and create legal contracts. Most small businesses cannot realistically do all that alone. What Deal does is basically become the legal employer on paper while the employee still works for your company. And honestly, I can see why startups love this feature because setting up legal entities in different countries sounds like an absolute nightmare. What impressed me most was how many countries Deal supports. It makes remote hiring feel much more realistic for growing businesses, especially now when companies care more about talent than location. Now, payroll was another interesting part. Managing international payroll manually sounds stressful. Different currencies, different taxes, different banking systems. One mistake, and you probably create a massive headache. Inside Deal, everything feels centralized. You can manage payments, salaries, deductions, and invoices from one dashboard. And honestly, I like that the platform didn't feel overly technical. It feels designed for actual businesses instead of only HR professionals. Another thing I noticed is the flexibility with payment methods. That's important because freelancers and employees from different countries prefer different withdrawal options. So, overall, the payroll side felt smooth and organized. Now, personally, I think contractor management is where Deal becomes extremely useful, especially for online businesses. Today, almost every creator, startup, or agency works with freelancers, editors, designers, developers, writers, marketers, and handling contracts and payments manually every month becomes annoying fast. I've seen many people literally tracking freelancer payments in spreadsheets. Deal automates a lot of that. You can onboard contractors quickly, generate contracts, and manage payments in one place. And honestly, I can easily see agencies saving hours every month using this. If you run a remote team, this feature alone might already be worth considering. Quick word on pricing because this is always the question. Deal operates on a per seat per module model. Contractor management starts at around $49 per contractor per month. Global payroll pricing varies by country and headcount. Expect roughly $20 to $50 per employee per month for consolidated payroll. EOR starts at $599 per employee per month. Here are the things I personally liked about Deel. The dashboard feels modern and easy to use. Global hiring becomes much simpler. Strong contractor management system. Payroll feels centralized and organized. Supports many countries, good automation features. And probably the biggest thing, it reduces stress. Because international compliance and payroll issues are not things most business owners want to deal with daily. Now, obviously, no platform is perfect. The biggest downside is pricing, especially EOR services. Smaller businesses might find it expensive, and if you're only hiring one or two freelancers, you may not need such a powerful system yet. Also, some advanced features can feel overwhelming initially if you've never dealt with HR software before. But once you understand the basics, it becomes easier. So, overall, after exploring Deal, I understand why it became so popular. It solves a real problem. Global hiring sounds exciting until you actually try managing contracts, payroll, taxes, and compliance yourself. That's where Deal helps. Would I recommend it? Yes, especially for startups, agencies, SaaS companies, and businesses with remote international teams. But if you're just starting out solo, you may not need all these features immediately. Still, as remote work keeps growing, platforms like Deal are probably going to become even more important in the future. And honestly, I think this space will grow massively over the next few years. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below.